We know you're the sus imposter, and I saw you vent in electrical.
Okay, now that joke is out of the way, welcome to my review of Pokemon Journeys episode 67, Pikachu the Suspect. So Jenny arrives at a lab, as something has happened in Vermilion City, along with Detective Decker, asking them to gather all the electric types in the park. So yeah, this is cool. We get to see Ash, Go, Renji, and Sakuragi all have their electric Pokemon in one place. And Decker calls Pikachu the culprit and he gets handcuffed. So something I immediately love is how unworried Pikachu looks. Like he's not in a very Pikachu-sized set of handcuffs, and he's just enjoying this. It's cute. But of course, Ash takes issue with this. Electricity is being stolen and a witness managed to get a good enough look to give a description. And yeah, you can probably tell what this Pokemon really is, going from the drawing that was given. Ash is incapable of backing up Pikachu's location as he was asleep during the last theft, and Pikachu is off to get interrogated. And Decker's attempts to get Pikachu to confess are useless. And I really like that Jenny is on Ash's side as she knows him and Pikachu, and they wouldn't do that. It's good to know that police aren't totally against them. They have to find evidence to prove that Pikachu's innocent. As they talk, the lights flicker and Pikachu's electricity acts up. He runs out. A person at the house says that electricity had been stolen. This means that Pikachu has an alibi, because he was at the station when it was being stolen. And well, this plot point has still been dropped in the first half. It's a shame. I would like the whole episode to focus on suspect Pikachu. But since Pikachu reacted to the theft, they request help for the search. So of course Ash, Go, and Grookey get in on it too, and daydream about acting as cops. There's a cute little sequence of helping a kid find his Vulpix, moving a Snorlax, helping stop some people riding a dojo around the city, and various other things. Just stuff that Jenny would do on an average day, really. It's a nice sequence that helps you appreciate the Jennings. So Pikachu feels electricity being stolen, but the thief is gone. Go comes up with a plan to lure them in with Pikachu using a lot of electricity to bring the thief to them. So needing a house, they head to the Sakuragi home, and Pikachu overcharges everything. Team Rocket pull up, completely starving and dreaming of having a proper meal as Molpico had stolen all their food again. And Jessie planned to let it absorb electricity so it can eat that and they can eat normal food. I'm gonna be honest, Molpico is one of the good things about Journey's Team Rocket, but it's sort of getting to a point where it really feels mean to me. Like, it was funny at first, but I really do hope that this gag pisses off. It's kind of funny how their car is an electric car though, so they use up the power they steal. But as they fuel their car, Molpico has gone inside the Sakuragi house, where Eevee and Yampera found it. It runs off, so Jessie and James tell them it shouldn't be stealing food as they're stealing electricity for it. And that's the proof that Boys and Jenny needed. They get into a car chase and Team Rocket slip them, and well, shockingly, Molpico doesn't want the electricity. And we get rare appearance from their Rotom phone, which chastises them since Molpico gets hungry and makes electricity, so it has to eat to be able to do it again. And when Jessie argues back, it says that they never asked it that Molpico does that. And then the boys show back up, Team Rocket give up, and Pikachu just blasts them off. I think this is the first time ever we've seen Molpico blast off too, which is kinda cool to be honest. That's for sure. Pikachu gets awarded with a certificate for helping, and Pikachu rejects Decker's offer to join him as a partner. So this was a decent filler. I enjoyed it, but I wish they played with Pikachu being under suspicion for a lot longer than they did. It's a fun little concept, and playing up the mystery when we as the audience know Pikachu obviously isn't the culprit, that could really open up some fun writing, I think. It's very obvious that it was going to be Team Rocket and Molpico behind it all though, so I guess they just decided to make this a cute little chance to have them tag along with the police and deal with the minor issues the public has. Which definitely isn't a worse thing to show off. And I feel like the dojo ride in particular is a reference from Let's Go, since you can actually ride it in those games. But speaking of Team Rocket, as I said earlier, I'm not really enjoying the fact that their only interaction with a Pokemon other than Meowth and Wobbuffet this series is being starved by one. Yeah, that's not really great. Originally it was kind of funny to me, it's the opposite of Beware, but it's starting to run its course a little. And I don't really talk about future episodes in these reviews often, if at all, but episode 70 is called Please, Get More Pico. I really hope that this is going to mean Jessie or James will get it and we'll get some development for it. But I'm also worried that after the way they were this episode, it'll mean they'll go to beg it to capture it, and that'll make all my issues with Journey's Team Rocket worse. I thought Decker was a fun character. He was sort of a tropey detective, but that's what this episode needed. Did he have a lot of depth? Not really, no, but he was a worthwhile inclusion. And lastly, I really like Pikachu this episode. Feels like he had a lot of personality, not being too fussed by being arrested, playfully shocking Decker, using the handcuffs as glasses on himself and Grookey. It was cute. It's probably his best episode in Journey so far. Is it a must watch? No, but it's still fun.